Got that guy hanging out. My eyes are all watering. It's bright out here. Plus the allergies are kicking in again. I got itchy eyes. And the radio's on. Even just the light coming off that door, it's like, wow. Woo. So, happy Monday. Good to see you. Thanks for tuning in. All my loyal viewers and regulars. Yeah, beautiful day out there, but it's going to take me a while to get the eyes used to that. Although the weather service says it's supposed to cloud over here in about an hour or so, but we'll see. I don't see it doing that anytime soon. I don't see clouds anywhere. Except over on the Olympics. Nothing to the north of us, so. We'll just have to wait and see. I'd like to get the grass cut today. It's a little wet yet. Later this afternoon we'll drag the mower out. A little side project. I'm going to make a modification to that toilet paper holder that we built the other day. The top board that I put on there, it's going to be a perfect spot just to put a couple of magazines. But it's too narrow. So I got me a 2x8, a chunk of 2x8. Used to have this shelf sitting on my desk. It was a riser, so I could get my monitor up a little bit more. I didn't like how low it sat on the desk. I was always looking down. I like to sit and look straight across at it, so I made a new one. I don't remember why. Did I go a little bit taller, I think? And I think I went wider. But this was the leftover from the old one, so we're going to take a chunk of that wood out, and I painted it, so hopefully it'll sand out pretty nice, and then we'll just stain it like the old one. Do the chamfered edges all the way around and whatnot. But we'll get the saw out and do that in a little bit. If you watched all the way to the very end of last night's video, you would have seen the finished results of the little Rubicon. Got that finished up. Everything's glued on. Sitting next to the Park Ranger Jurassic looking Jeep. Had this one floating around too. This is just a snap together little toy. No detail, very little detail. Actually, that's not done. I still have to put the exhaust tip on wherever I put that. Yeah, she came out alright. That overspray on the bottom looks pretty good. I like that. And I found another one that I had started and never finished, and it's in the dark charcoal gray, so maybe we'll grab it and finish it up if I get all the parts for it still. I think I did black interior on that one, so it's the same as this kit. But yeah, just kind of fun. Used to build these things a lot when I was younger. Oh, we got to put the corner marker decals onto. I might just paint those. So, but yeah, as far as something else to get into today, not really a whole lot planned. I mentioned yesterday that Boeing announced that they're suspending operations until further notice. So, did some researching, did some looking. I do qualify for the unemployment, so I went ahead and put my application in for that last night. They did say that because of the huge influx of unemployment cases right now that they're having some delays, so I can hold out for a bit if need be, but I thought, I'll just get them in. Get that ball rolling, just in case. With any luck, another couple of weeks we'll be back at work. I think next week they're anticipating the peak for this in my area anyway, and then it'll start dropping off. So let's keep our fingers crossed. You know, I'm going to take these down now before I got this little clamp on some fishing line that I use for hanging some light parts when I paint them. Car parts, or in this case model parts. So I'll get some up and out of the way, and I can leave them on the tree like that. But sometimes it's kind of in the way, but it works. So yeah, what else are we going to get into? Should I show you all the next kit we're going to build? You know what, let's go ahead and do that. We're not going to start it today. Oh hey, radio's on back here too. We got Sawyer Brown, so you know, we're going to turn that down a little bit there. I guess I have opened it. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 kits sitting here. I mean, we're not going to build this one just yet, but I know it's upside down. But we're going to do that one box, right out of the box. Let's just set you there for a second. This one's going to be, actually I'm going to take both of these. Maybe we'll go both of these. We're going to go a little foreign on these next 2 builds. Yeah, you can come out if you'd like. These are both out of my expertise area, but I think they'll be fun. Just to be a little bit different. Yeah, we'll start with the first one, the little one here. So, a little Suzuki Carryall, or Suzuki Carry, little mini truck. This is, what brand is this? Oshima, little Japanese kit of a little Japanese truck. So I saw that and I thought, you know, that'd be kind of fun. Of course, the body's already all. I think we can pull it out of the bag one-handed here. I think so. It looks like it's open. We're gonna just do this one in white. Look at that little thing. I mean, Jeeps are not big to begin with, but what scale is this one? It doesn't really say. At least not that I can see. It's got to be 1/24th, 1/25th scale. That's all I ever really buy. This is not a toy. So there's the colors we could do it in. White, give me the light here a little bit more. 2 blacks, red, yellow, gray, looks like a gold or a tan, silver, reddish orange, and an orange. Yeah, we may just have to dig into the parts bin. Little tiny tires. Everything's pretty much already molded in color, actually. This will be a fairly quick little build. Does not, oh, 1/24th scale. Okay, so that's kind of funny because these Jeeps are 1/25th scale, so technically they're a smaller scale, and that thing is still dwarfed. So I've been watching some videos of some folks on YouTube that have these. It's kind of a fun little rig. Here in the United States of America, everybody's got to have such big trucks. And not that I'm one to really complain, but well, there's not my black cat. He's spraying. There you go. See if we can catch him on this side. hangs around my house. Seems to be semi-friendly. Don't know who he belongs to, but anywho, the other one, I don't know if you saw it there, it's also a 1/24th scale. We're going to do is a Land Rover Series 3 long wheelbase. I've got a friend that's got a short wheelbase, two-door, a little bit newer than this one. It's got the flat front end. I don't know all the differences between them, but yeah. So I think those will be our two next kits. Excuse me. But we got to finish the S10 first. Got the motor gluing together last night. Found my tape for masking off so I can do that body stripe, that molding down the side. I was going to tape it off last night, but allergies and just having problems. I couldn't see that close, so I thought, just wait for today. Get a little better light, natural light. But yeah, I've been rambling on long enough. I'm going to go ahead and shut y'all off. We'll bring you back when we get something exciting done. Alrighty, well, I got to run up to the store. I'm a little nervous about it because, you know, with all that's going on right now, I've cut my new chunk of wood out for the top of the deal, but I don't have the right sandpaper. This is bodywork sandpaper, and it doesn't sit in the palm sander, so I'm going to go run up and grab some good, it's too thick, it doesn't want to fold over, it doesn't stay on the sander. But I'm going to go grab some of the correct sandpaper, a couple of different grades. I'm also going to grab some bolts to put those tow hooks on, and I need some weed and grass killer, because got a brand new jug there, but I don't know where the tube went, and I don't have anything that'll fit. So, just the Ace brand. It is. So I figure if I just buy another jug of the same stuff, then let's go take the Jimmy. I actually left it on over a week. So a quick outing. Hopefully won't kill me. Be right back. I gotta go drop the water collection off. Okay. Got battery. Got fan. Got radio. Got Randy Travis singing on the radio. We got windows down. Beautiful day, but the clouds are starting to roll in from the north. I got two adjustable spot mirrors I think I'm going to put on. Just looking at the location for them here. We'll see when we get back. Maybe we'll slam those on. Alrighty. Corona Drive number 2. Done on the park. Got something going on with the brakes or the rear end on this truck. It's not smooth, it's kind of surging. hard, you're gonna get it. A lot of cars out, it looks like. People not adhering to the stay-at-home order, like me. Hopefully Ace is open. I gotta get cat food here in a couple of days. I need groceries in a couple of days. I'm not gonna do that today. Paydays in 3 nights, 3 days. So like Thursday we'll go. We'll do our choppings. So we got enough to survive through that. Ace looks like they're open. They got all sorts of cars out front. Signs lit up. It almost feels like business as usual today, just with all the cars out. And there you go, lime green Dodge Dart. Some people wearing masks, others aren't. I don't have any, so I'm not wearing any. Squeaky brakes. Windows up. We'll be back in a sec. Alrighty, see if we can have camera battery to get us home. This truck is louder than that green Dart. He was just cruising by. Well, that was an odd experience. Haven't been out to the stores since things got really bad around here. They got clear Lexan shields put up with PVC frames at all the registers to keep people from sneezing on the cashiers. You know, you walk through the aisles and everybody's skirting the edges. They're afraid to even touch anybody. It's kind of funny. See there, the woman in the wheelchair. She was kind of laughing. A squeaking back brake. Running around the store and says she can't even see around that mask. Let's go to the left here. Little bit of the scenic route. Let a little silver car go by. Oh, that throttle's so much nicer now. So I bought 3 different grades of sandpaper, the smaller size made for my sander. I bought a sprayer because I couldn't find the weed killer that I currently have, and then it dawned on me, I've already got a gallon. What do I need a second gallon for? I'm just spraying one side yard, so I bought a little half-gallon sprayer bottle, pump it up and hit the handle. And what else did I get? I got the 4 bolts, 8 washers, and 4 nylon lock nuts for the front end of this thing. Something else too, can't remember now. Oh, hose. Bought some collapsible hose, actually 2 pieces, about a 50-foot and a 25-foot. Would have liked just a pair of 25s, but they only had 1, so very lightweight. It expands when you put water to it. So I thought, yeah, get rid of those hard, nasty rubber hoses. Camera's picking up, but to the right there, got big clouds coming in. I haven't noticed the shimmy yet that I talked about. I wonder if it's swapping out that idle air valve. Did the trick, huh? Somebody knocked the fence down. Throttle is so nice and smooth, makes this truck a joy to drive. Clunk, clunk. Yeah, I think I got rear end issues on this truck. But look at that, this truck drives pretty nice. Got her hula hoop out. House for sale. Sign's looking a little rough. UPS truck. Running from my side of the road here. Doesn't look like it. And home sweet home. Good, now we can finish up some of these projects. Winder's up. Passenger side's awfully slow. I may need to replace that motor. Alrighty. Back in a flash. Hardware for those tow hooks. Hopefully it's long enough. Sprayer. Come on. Sandpaper. Finish this little project. And this is the hose that I bought. Silver Bullet pocket hose. They were cheaper than the regular hose, but it's supposed to expand once you put water to it. So, it shows picture on the side there. So, I mean, extremely light. That's a 25 footer. It's got a spray nozzle that actually comes off. It's got aluminum ends on it. I'm kind of excited. That's a 50 footer. I mean, that weighs nothing. I don't even think that's a pound and a half. So, I've always hated rolling up garden hose. Always fights me. So, we'll see how that goes. You know, you don't hear music again. Jeez. So, I'm going to get back on the sanding project, get that whittled down. You know, let's just do a quick check here. Haven't been working on the models at all because I got my little workbench filled up with bits and pieces. But I bought the nylon nuts, and I don't know if I'm going to need all these washers, but they were only, what, 89 cents a piece or whatever, so. Oh yeah, perfect fit. That should work. I probably could have gone with a 2.5 inch, but I went with the 3 inch just to be safe. Worst case scenario, I cut them down or just leave them. But, that should work all right. So, okay, I'm going to get back to work, crank up the tunes again, and we'll bring you back when something exciting happens. Still got the flag today. So, there's the stuff we're going to use in the sprayer. That is a ready-to-use 1 gallon. So, use half of that. Probably go to the side yard, and I can really kill some weeds. So, okay, I'm going to get back to work. Talk to you in a few. Okay, update time. I got a putty cat blocking the road. Oh, there's music playing too. Can't have that. Knock it off. La 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 la. There we go. Oh, we're making some progress. We're getting some things done. Having some fun doing it. There's the top plate, all stained up and cut, sanded, and looking pretty. There's the cat ready to go back inside. Oop. Emptied that box out. And then I already used up my new hardware. We got tool hooks installed. 1, 2. This is how they orient outside of the frame rail. Twisted inboard. Good about the 2.5-inch bolts, but I'm okay with that. These bolts are awfully long too, but that's what's holding my push bumper on. So not a huge visual change, but right, my wrist burns a little bit. But yeah, gets them out of the garage. So yeah. Other than that, we're gonna let that dry for a little bit longer. Maybe I'll put it on the holder tonight. Could do it tomorrow. Who knows? Tomorrow's gonna be another beautiful day. Just got off the union website. They're now saying hold off on applying for unemployment benefits. It's like, well, why didn't you tell me that yesterday when I applied for them? So, there's so many people that have applied for unemployment benefits, as I'm sure it's most states and most areas, that the unemployment offices are being overwhelmed. And the union and our unemployment agency, because there's so many Boeing employees, they're working on basically a special task force, if you will, just to process all the Boeing stuff. So my application is already in. Did it last night. So I'm just going to roll with that. If they tell me to change it, or if they have something else they want me to do, then I'll do it. But for now, I'm not going to claim this week because I'm being paid through tomorrow. So we'll start our claim for next week. But other than that, got the turn signals painted on the Jeeps. So they're officially done. I can't find the tailpipe for the orange one. I know I painted it yesterday, but I don't know where I put it. It's still on the little tree. Hopefully I didn't toss it, but I'm not seeing it in the box. But as I get down closer to the bottom, maybe it'll turn up. We got mail. A Micromark catalog to go through. Don't buy much from them anymore. Help your pet stay healthy. Friendly reminder from Frontier Village Vet Clinic. Yeah, Belle's got to go in for her annual exam. It's due on the 16th, but I'm going to wait till all this is over. Excuse me for a second here. I'm going to sneeze. Okay, I'm better. It's not the virus. What is this? Boeing, be prepared. Set up your 98.6 account today. When you need to see a doctor, provides primary care on your smartphone. I don't know how to do that, so that's going to go in the garbage. Lake Stephen Sewer. I'm going to owe them some money every month. Oh, the tabs for the Ace showed up. Cool. So, alrighty. I'm going to start bringing some stuff back in from outside and get the table set back up in here. And we're going to go back on to messing with that S15. I still got a mask off for that stripe on the side. I need to get that done today. So, staying busy. Back after a bit. Alrighty. Found a good way to help some folks out here. This is a pretty select group of people, admittedly, but, you know, they may need some help too. So, if you need any assistance with your Alco diesel locomotive, your 1500 horsepower road switcher, your 1500 horsepower freight locomotive, and your 2000 horsepower passenger locomotive, or a Jeep 38 from Electromotive Division of General Motors. I got the operator's manuals here, so, you know, let me know. I can help you out. We can work through how to operate the thing. So, it even has a little service bulletin in here about Molt-O, patented. To open, press bottom levers together with slight clockwise motion. To close, press top levers. I'm guessing those are for the hood units. So, I was digging through a box and I found these. Forgot that I had them. That is that SP&S diesel locomotive that we just painted a couple weeks ago. You get your FA2 and I forget what they call these now. FA1, FA2? I can't remember now. But, yeah. I don't know what the year is on this, because Alco has them. Those are old. Those are 1940s vintage. Copyright 1949. American Locomotive Company. Operation, general data, fuel, oil, lubricating oil, water, governor oil, air, chassis, diesel engine, inspection and lubrication, symbols and data, wiring, electrical, index. So, you betcha. We can run a diesel locomotive. That addendums or whatever, maybe that's supposed to be in there. Normal starting of heavy freight trains. Normally it is not necessary to bunch the slack if the train is known to be stretched. As soon as the brakes are fully released, throttle should be advanced immediately to whatever notch is required to start movement. Bearing in mind desirability of accelerating the train to where the load meter registers in the green zone in minimum time. For normal level grade starting, if no movement is obtained when the throttle has reached 5th or 6th notch, shut off throttle and recheck to ensure that the brakes are fully released. See? How many of you would have thought of that? Well, and then the Jeep 38, a little bit more modern. This would be, what, 60s? Is there a date on this one? It's got a Douglas Lee. Must have been an engineer or a fireman. Oh, yeah. October of 76. General Motors locomotives. Yes, GM used to make locomotives. Alrighty, there's my service announcement for the day. If you need help running your GE or your Alco, you know, I'm your guy. Oh, excuse me. Okie dokie. A little project knocked out. Actually, two. The weed killer's empty. So we got that sprayed. Could have used a little bit more, but went around the whole property. Hit all sorts of weeds. So, and then a lot of the grass back there that needs to come out anyway, I shot, so hopefully it'll die. And then there's the little top off the dispenser. Got the new one on. Much better. Don't have a magazine out here, do I? I do not. Well, let's just pretend. That's a magazine. Yeah. Or toilet paper, or tissue paper. Sawdust on it now. So, cool. Almost looks like a different color. It's got more of a purple tinge to it than a red. Yeah, well. It even looks fairly even. So, shifting things back inside. What is it? 4:30 now? Back on the model building venture. Got one front seat gluing up right now for the little Sonoma. Work on the second one here in a bit. Got the fan belts and whatnot spritzed up there, so playing with the little stuff again. Got a lot done today, a lot of little stuff. So, one thing I noticed, I took the registration for the Polaris back there. It's still showing that Capital One is the legal owner of that thing. It's not. I have the title for it, so I'll have to get that squared away. Maybe next year. I'll probably forget. But yeah, I have the title for it, so. Anywho, let's tinker on with some more stuff. I'll bring you back for the closeout, and we'll end today. So stay tuned. Back in a bit.